Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. So today I'm reading for June 16th through the 22nd. This is the overview. I will be putting out the individual readings either later today or tomorrow. I think today, but so fingers crossed. Remember, these are general readings, may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler, so I open myself to God, Source, Holy Spirit, Jesus, and ask whatever is needed to come through. I ask to be a pure vessel and let whatever is needed come through for you. Now remember though, like I said, take what you like, leave the rest. It may not be for you, it may be for someone sitting next to you. Anyway, I am also a Reiki practitioner master. I've taken several Reiki courses, the attunements, what is the other ones? Just basically, I have taken a lot of Reiki courses, and I kind of put all of that together. I also do private readings. I also do private Reiki sessions, both in person and over the internet. Now, if you want to get a hold of me, my email is divinedestinywithdebbie@gmail, or I am also on Facebook, so you can do that, or I also have a website, divinedestinywithdebbie.com. Anyway, let's go on and see what cards I'm going to be using. I know I don't say that enough, so I am putting that out there. Remember to do the like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell for notifications. It does get me seen, and when I'm seen, then I can continue to stay on. So thank you so much with that. Anyway, the cards I'm going to use for the main readings, I'm going to be using my Radley Valentine, my Angel Tarot cards. I'm also going to be using my John Holland Psychic Oracle cards and Tarot. I will also use my Doreen Virtue, Grant Virtue, Angels of Abundance. I'm going to kind of move things around a little bit. I'm going to be using Kyle Gray, Angel Prayers Oracle cards. We will do a crystal pulling eternal, we don't want to be pulling these out, Eternal Crystals Oracle cards by Jade Sky. And since we do have a full moon, we will use Moonology Oracle cards, Yasmin Boland, artwork by Nyx Ronan. So to remind me, remind you, this is the full moon in Capricorn that tells us the end of a tough cycle approaches, and we could really appreciate that. Now for this overview, we'll put this one over here. I will be using my Angel Wisdom Tarot cards, again, Radley Valentine, and my Fairy Tarot cards, or I like to look at them as Earth Angels, again, Radley Valentine. Like I said, prayed, meditated, infused all the, if I haven't said it, infused all the cards, decks with Reiki energy. Let's see what we have going on. I'm going to do my one little area that I like to tell you so that you know what's going on in possibly the planets. We are still in Gemini season. So I go to the-astrologer.net, and I like it. He puts out a nice timeline, and sometimes his timeline isn't always perfect, but for the most part it's a very good timeline. So 17th. Now the 17th is also the star card in tarot, in the major arcana. It's all about making wishes. It's all about hopes, dreams coming true. So we do have Mercury and Venus right now in 29 degrees in Gemini, but it's also going to be transitioning into Cancer a little bit later. So we have Mercury and Venus squaring off, both of, Gemini's the air sign, squaring off with Neptune, again, 29 degrees in Pisces. This is water energy. This is deep secrets, deep hopes, deep wishes. Squaring is always, to me, it's kind of like pushing you against the ropes, okay? If you're, boxing, wrestling, whatever, it's pushing you against the ropes, and it's kind of saying, things have to change. Things have to happen. I want this now. So Mercury and Venus are two of the planets that's very fast acting, kind of, they change up pretty much. Mercury the most, of course, is the fastest one. about information is about, and Mercury loves to be in Gemini, so it's all intellectual information. It's hearing things, and Venus is all about your relationships. So it's kind of like pushing things up against the ropes, against Neptune, which is really dark and deep energies, where it's really kind of pulling up those secret wishes and those secret hopes. So it's kind of like giving a voice to that. Now, it will be Mercury conjuncts with Venus, so they are working together. They are partnering in this. But then a little bit later, both Mercury and Venus enters that Cancer. So then we have, so we still have this connection still a little bit with this Pisces. Cancer is water, Neptune, very deep water. Pisces also water, hopes, wishes, dreams, flowing energies. So there's an emotional part about it. There's this romantic part about it. There is also this hopeful part about this. Now we do have the Sun squaring off with Neptune on the 20th. The 20th is the Judgment card, okay? It's the, some cards in like Bradley Valentine will say that it's the new beginning card. It's coming to terms, facing what you're going to need to face, and then saying, okay, I can handle this, I can take care of this, I can now move on from it. So it is coming, there is a judgment to it. There is a coming to terms with the good and bad of everything as you transition onto your next journey. Now, it also on the 20th, and we'll have to look to see to make sure what time the Sun will be entering into Cancer. We do have a full moon. The first one is that Magician card. It is Archangel Raziel, all about the arcane, the hidden knowledge. But it's the full moon. It's in Capricorn, and Capricorn's that earth energy. Now, the one thing I'm not really seeing right here, I do see my air sign here, but it's kind of transitioning out. But I do not see our Pluto in Aquarius. So we might have a little bit of a reprieve on that for right now. But remember that Pluto is moving towards Capricorn. So, there could be a little bit of interesting energies. Let's put it that way. So on the 20th, he writes, sudden surprising destiny's results. Sun enters into Cancer. Remember, this is one of the solstices too. So in the southern hemisphere, this would be the winter solstice. In the northern hemisphere, this would be the summer solstice. And I don't know, I think that's the 21, 22. And what do we have? That's also Midsummer's Eve too, all around these times. So now we have on this 21st, 22nd, we have this full moon in Capricorn. Full moon, very big energies. Remember, this is the time that I'm always saying release, relinquish, and request. Release what's no longer, good for you. So, God, whatever is not good for me, I let go of it. Just cut those ties. Relinquish, that's where you're actually saying, this is what I know is not good for me. I want to let go of this. And then request, because requesting is one of the, how do you receive if you don't ask? Okay. So we have this full moon, earth energy, money, job, career, stability energy here. And it's opposing your Sun in Cancer. And this is that fluid, emotional, very moon energy. And again, it's opposing the Mercury. So there's opposite sides with this. Now, and again, Capricorn is opposite of Cancer. It's kind of like a mirror. It's kind of like the balance to Cancer also. We have it trining now, so there is a partnership again with Mars and Uranus. Mars is that warrior energy. Uranus is that expect the unexpected. So Uranus is one of those slower moving planets. Neptune is a slower moving planet. Saturn is a slower moving planet. Mars, Venus, and Mercury are a little bit faster in their movement. So that's why we see them a little bit more. But it's partnering with the war energies, and the war energies and expect the unexpected. It's partnering with that while it is in Earth. So we've got that Earth, money, job, career. The full moon really putting a lot of energy into Mars and Uranus. It's just going to be an interesting time. What else can I tell you about it? Okay. Now let's go on here. Let's see. I didn't really look this up for you, but we have the full moon. So this would be Eastern time. So the Sun enters Cancer at 6:51 or 4:51 p.m. Eastern time. And that moon is in Capricorn on the 21st at, what would that be, 9:07 p.m. So we've got some interesting stuff as we're going in here. Now, I also got this article, ReikiRays.com, and it is about grounding yourself. Now, 9 signs you're ungrounded. And it came today, and now even though it said May 20th, 2018 was when the article, but it was emailed today, and I thought this moon might be one of those moons where we want to be grounded, but we don't necessarily feel grounded, okay? So it talks about, just how our life keeps us from connecting with the earth. And one of the easiest ways to do it is to put your feet in water, take a bath, take a shower, hug a tree. Hugging a tree and just holding on for about 10-15 minutes is amazing. But here are a few signs that you need to reconnect with the world, with the earth. And part of this, you'll also notice star seeds have this, and have some of these where I don't belong here, feeling like I don't belong, I belong somewhere else. And unfortunately, and that may also be very, very true, that this is not your main home, but you are here. So one of the things you need to do is to, like it says, root chakra, establish a foothold, okay? So if you feel out of place on the earth, in your society, or in your family body, this is a sign you need to focus on grounding. And again, it may be because you are a starseed. It may be because you are a light worker, but you still have to connect, because otherwise it's going to be it's going to be very hard for you to do whatever it is you're supposed to be doing. Feeling spaced out, extreme of lack of grounding leaves one feeling spacey and disoriented, and it's hard to think. And it's hard. Another way this can manifest is bumping into objects repeatedly, and in extreme cases, meet with accidents. So you lose track of what you're saying. You kind of forget what you're doing. Wonder, why did I even go into the kitchen? Oh, I must be hungry. No, you went in to take out the garbage. All this, you're just not focused, and it feels off. You just feel off. Highly sensitized. Very ungrounded again, and this is where you have that startle reflex. You kind of feel like, what's going on? It's just hard to handle, leaves you feeling very low and also polluted. Hard to be effective. Have you ever had that time when you feel like you're talking and you are talking and it just seems nobody's hearing you, and then somebody says what you just said and everybody's like, oh yes, yes, yes. This is a part of grounding. This is when you're having a hard time grounding. Daydreaming, kind of, moving yourself off. Very nervous. So there's a lot of root chakra energy needing to be stabilized here. Very nervous, that startle reflex. Somebody, you're just kind of doing that daydreaming and all, you're just kind of wondering why things aren't working for you. And, and people come in or there's a loud sound and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Cannot make decisions. Go hug a tree. Go hug a tree, okay? Erratic sleep. That's always very interesting. And again, I'm one of those people that wake up between that 1 to 4 hours so in the morning. And so I think I need to go and ground a little bit more too. Falling asleep during meditation. And I will tell you that I can be meditating and doing some of that nodding off. Weak digestion. This is interesting to me. So it's a sudden lack of grounding, can leave you without any desire to eat. Well, sometimes that's okay, but if it's going for weeks, then it's going to pull all your energies down. It's going to pull all your vibrations down. And so, you won't be able to, your body isn't capable of processing any food. Then you become unable to process a lot of other things. Okay. So it's interesting. Now they say, in contrast, when a person can eat large amounts of foods and still remain skinny, that is also indicates a lack of grounding, though I don't know. I'd rather have that than the other one. But again, it's all about grounding. So I do feel that with this full moon, I think that we do need to do something with the full moon to keep ourselves grounded, because there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, and we just don't know what it is that we're supposed to be doing. So, but it does say, hey, it says here, the end of a tough cycle approaches. I want that, but I want that in our lives because a lot of us have had, tough cycles, and there's a lot of interesting energies all out there. There's a lot of interesting theories out there also. So just stay positive, stay grounded. Root chakra, stability, safety. Go, and I know it sounds silly, but go hug a tree. Go hug some trees. If you can't, then make sure you get into some water, especially as we're going into Cancer season. Get out there with the moon. Get all your stuff. I have I did a whole cleaning of my my workspace, my altar here, my crystals, and yet at the same time, take your crystals out. Now remember, not all crystals can be exposed to the dampness or to the air, so make sure you put, you look up what those crystals are. Like selenite, you do not want to put out there unless it's in a bag, okay? And what I mean by a baggie, like a baggie that, Ziploc. Okay, so let's see something here. Before we even go anywhere, let's do one card for this full moon. What's going on? Higher power, Holy Spirit. What do you want to say about this full moon? Because this full moon just feels very big. I know full moon big, but it feels very, very big. Very intense energies. What do you want to say? What is good to know about this full moon? Well, I like this one. It's a number 1. So it goes along with Metatron with this one. 0 with the Fool, new beginning. This is fire energy. It is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Talks about an amazing opportunity. Now remember too, we may not we have to keep our eyes open for these opportunities. It's something that we have to be aware of. We have to, again, I know I'm always talking about those vibrations, but we have to be hopeful. We have to keep positive about this, okay? No matter how down we are, and there's some, I know there's so many people out there that are facing lots of hardships right now. But we have to always have hope. We have to have that possibility around us. So fire energy, passionate, burning, determined, very committed. And, here's this little one, this little boy. Here's this magical lizard. Here's some tree, here's the start of a tree. Here's a tree that's growing. He's got his wand that's lit. We have Metatron. Metatron is believed to have been Enoch before the flood, talked with God in the reality, in the physical, and then was brought up into the metaphysical. It comes to the 0, which is in the major arcana, the Fool, the leap of faith. You have to have faith. Things are shifting. Things are changing. So this talks about an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. So it's an interesting thing with this full moon. It goes, I want that to be the end of a tough cycle. I feel that full moon has really, it's going to be a very strongly, it's going to really, I feel like it's going to rip the veil apart. It's like it's I shouldn't say ripping, but it's going to be opening the veil. It's going to be opening our eyes. It's going to be opening us to all the possibilities that we're just not seeing right now. So we're going to put this in, and this is how I always put my cards in. I just do that. Now let's see what we have. So higher power, Holy Spirit. What do you want to say for June 16th? I mean, there's possibilities, always a possibility. Things are shifting. We have that coming, and we have a bunch of cards that fell. And when they fall, we see them. So we have this one, all about balance, all about, temperance. Okay, major arcana. It is reversed. Reversed has a really strong message for us. So during this time, it's time to hold on to create. Remember, Libra is in that south node. South node is about bringing balance or bringing understanding to what has happened, what our past. So this is balance, major arcana. You can see that this is Zedkiel of the violet light. This is 14. Numbers are important. So we have a 10 plus a 4, 10 transitional energy, 4 is stability, organization. 1 plus 4 is a 5. There is change. So the part of it is changing our behaviors, changing our thoughts, changing what we even believe. So this talks about blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. Now, whenever we see this, it's not returning a balance. The balance of old was not healthy. This is achieving a balance of good health. And good health, now that would be with Raphael also, the celestial doctor. Good health can be spiritual, mental, physical, financial. And this is to work with that. It's to create a good health. Like I said, the balance of old was not healthy. It was not healthy. So this is to come into harmony again. Whenever I've been seeing this card, I've been feeling harmony. Okay, let's see what we've got here. These are the cards. We have 4 cards, and we'll put this one down here. We have 4 cards here. Let's see what these all have to say. First card is, read first. We have the Knight of Fire. So the Knight of Fire, there's something very fast transitioning here. So again, we have that fire energy, underlying energy for court cards. They have 2 energies. One is the underlying, and then one is the one that you see. Underlying energy for Knight is fire. So we have fire, fire again. We have our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's very passionate, burning. Things are moving quickly. Now, the thing about the Knight of Fire that I always get, now sometimes the Knight of Fire, people will say the Knight of Fire is just, just going off on his own. I really feel that he is going with his gut or her gut. He or she is going with what he knows to be true, what he believes. There is this total trust in a heaven, total trust in a God, total trust in a higher power, and says, I know you've put me on this path. And regardless, there will be some hurdles to get over, but I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Passionate, confident, charismatic, restless, events requiring immediate action. Trust your instincts. Stay focused. A passionate relationship. Okay, let's go on here. Reversed. So now we have the 4 of water. So something happening very, very quickly. This one is the 4 of cups, the 4 of water. Again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, very spiritual energy. So this is one saying that, you know what? I don't like how things are right now. I don't like how things are. I don't necessarily know what's going to happen in the future. I don't see how things are going to change, but I just don't like what's going on right now. I like to call this like a fallow period. This is like where you're just waiting. And it's not necessarily that it's horrible. It's just I don't like how this is. But yet, there is these 3 cups that are just kind of waiting. Now it's interesting because the 3 of cups is all about celebration. So sometimes you can have that celebration and then, and then the next day it's kind of like, I feel a little down about this. But the thing is, there is something more coming. Don't think that this is it. Have faith. Believe that there is more coming. Now 4 is stability, organizational leadership, Shamuel. This goes along with the number 12, which is the Hanged Man, which is looking at things differently. That this is not all there is more to come. There is a heavenly energy coming and bringing other things. While the fruit might have fallen, there is still more fruit to pick. So failing to recognize a magical opportunity, and I love the magic, again, keep your eyes open, confidence, intuition. And here it's kind of like, something's trying to cloud your judgment. Something's trying to cloud your vision here. Missing the point, the distractions of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world. Wake up. Wake up. Wow. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Again, reversed. The Lovers. The Lovers. So this has Archangel Raphael energy. Remember I told you the healing energy. It's a 6. 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into something. So we have the court card, we have the minor arcana, we have the major arcana. This is Archangel energy Raphael, like I said, the divine doctor. And again, can heal all different things, and don't limit, can heal relationships, can heal your own heart, have your own heart be more giving, more loving. Now, one of the things I saw this on one of those little meme things, those little things, and it's about, somebody does you wrong, somebody's giving you the snake eye, somebody's going and telling you, just being kind of, I don't know, ugly towards you. Just look them in the eye and just smile and say, I forgive you. And and just see what happens. I've been working with that myself, and I will tell you, it has been amazing what I have felt, because there's been times I wanted to just go and say, I wanted to growl, and then instead of doing that, I said, I forgive you. And it has, what are you forgiving me for? It's okay, I forgive you. So it's just very, very interesting. Now, the Lovers does mean about relationships also. It can be relationships healing, relationships coming together. Embrace true love and deep, intimate friendships. Make choices from the heart, vibrant health, or recovery from an illness. There is recovery coming. Wake up. Your recovery is coming. Balance, harmony. Things will be changing. Follow your instincts. Now, this last card, this other card that fell, let's see. Oh, and here we go, the Queen of Fire. So Queen's underlying energy is water. Again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Emotional energy, fire energy. Again, she is bigger than life. She is, it'll say, this is brilliant, talented, independent, controlling. There is nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. There's other cards that will say, spread your wings. It's time to fly. So I love that, because remember, this is going on, what's going on in the world, what's going on in the, so harmony is coming. Harmony is, not necessarily the way you thought it was going to be. Trust your instincts. There is more to come. Even when you think that things aren't moving, things are moving. There is healing coming. There is relationships forming, and it's time to fly. It's time to move. All right, let's see what we've got here. But again, there is a need for balance. All right, one more. Now, I love my little fairy tarot cards. I look at them as earth angels. Let's see what we have. And remember, earth angels, as in all the angels, there are good and there are bad. There are the ones that remained in their, their first presence? No, I'm not saying that right, but there are also the ones that fell. Their first state, I think it is. They stayed in their first state, and then there are the ones that fell. And so the same would be said with fairies. Okay, higher power, Holy Spirit, one more card. What else is there? Okay, we got a couple cards. Yes, okay, great. We have one Ace of Winter. Winter is, in this deck, is our air energy. It is our Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Thought processes, thinking things through, making plans, also hearing news, okay? So this one is telling you, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. That connects with what this Four of Cups. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. Look how pretty she is. Oh, I like that. I do like that. Four of Spring. Now this would be the Four of Fire. Again, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Now, this is the one that I'm always telling you about, and I've talked about what 4 is. 1 is new beginning. This is the one where it's, no matter where I see it at, it's a completion and celebration. Something finishes, it's time to celebrate, okay? You go to school, you graduate, you celebrate. You've been engaged, you get married, you celebrate. There's been work put into something. You've done it. It's time to celebrate. Be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. So I love that part. This is, now both of these are reversed, so we will turn them over. This is the Ace of Summer, Ace 1, new beginning. Summer is our water energy, and we are coming into the beginning of summer in the North Hemisphere here too. So this one is, again, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, spiritual. There's also a connected energy with this. So open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Okay, follow your instincts. And then we come, again, this was reversed also, we come to 10, 1, 0, 1 new beginning, 0 God source energy. The wheel of fortune, major arcana, things are moving again. Where we might have felt like things were stuck, it says delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck. Ooh, a new car or travel. Ooh, I like that. But things are the delay. Okay, so what did we have here? We had the balance. We had, what other major arcanas did we have here? We had balance 14. We had Raphael with the lovers 6. We have the wheel 10. Things are moving. Things are transitioning. So believe and hold on. Hold on for the ride, okay? Hold on. Okay. Interesting. There's always hope. Remember that. Remember that, the old song, sun does come out tomorrow. Now, we may not always see it, but it is there. Anyway, there is hope. There are things changing. It may not necessarily be easy because change is not easy, but just keep holding on. Okay. Do me my favor again, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. We are transitioning into the next season. We are at a solstice. The veil does get thin at this time. And when that happens, and I don't feel like as it gets thicker again, that it's getting as thick as it was, okay? So, and when that happens, we can see things that we just can't explain unless you have faith. Okay, remember as always, know that you are loved. Stay shining. Be blessed. Bye-bye.